everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Neo. We are going to go over dirt block keys today. It's going to be similar to a redstone torch key, which unfortunately still does not work in Bedrock. And so in order to get a redstone pulse that's similar to that, is a dirt block or a grass block will work. And so if we manipulate this block, then we can get a redstone pulse from an observer because it'll see the changes, and then we can do some really cool redstone contraptions that way. And two ways to do that is using a garden hoe or a shovel. Now, as you can see, you will run into the issue. See, like that, it actually reverted back so quickly that your contraption would not work properly. But sometimes it'll stay there for a while, so it's kind of not reliable. And also, if you need it to close, you'll have to step on it or something, but it'll still send a pulse out. And then with the shovel, it's permanent until you put a block on it or you destroy that very block. You can't jump on it because that would defeat the purpose of a path block, wouldn't it? And so to get around that is that you'll have to put a piston on top of the powered block from the observer. It'll push it and then push back, destroying that, and it'll send out a single pulse. But you need to have it on a 3 or 4 tick delay on your repeater to have one pulse go out. So as you can see, it destroys it and it gives us our pulse. The garden hoe is kind of strange. It does it twice there, but in our build actually it does it once, so it may just be on timing. And speaking of our build, it will not work properly in Java. And so our next issue here is now that the piston and block is going to be in the way, because I actually want to make a pathway that way. Our hidden entrance is going to be that way. And so we will go over that in our build. But before we do, I wanted to show a couple of other examples that actually work in the same way. This is actually less reliable because sometimes it will take it did that time, and then it actually did it again because of it being the full amount. It gave you the bone meal. But if I can do it, now it's going to make me out to be a liar, but there we go. Sometimes it doesn't catch it and it will not power on. But if you're okay with that, then use it. But then the cauldron will do the same thing. So if you fill it up with water, it gives you a power. If you take the water out, it'll give you power. And then now we'll go into our components. Now, in other videos, I have all these broken down. It just takes too long. So I'll just show you the actual total of each piece that you'll need to make the contraption work. So you want to have 14 pieces of redstone dust, 8 sticky pistons, 6 repeaters, 2 redstone torches, 1 piece of dirt or grass block, and then you need an observer, a comparator, a copper bulb, and 1 button. And then of course you need a building block of your choice, something that you just really don't need, and it can hold your redstone components. And then the smooth stone is going to be the actual, like, my wall and my secret entrance. So we'll go ahead and grab those two, and then we are going to start off with our redstone dust, our sticky piston, and our repeater. That's what those are called. So this is the front, but before we do that, I probably need to tell you the dimensions. It's going to be a 7x6x2 hole so that your door or entryway can be flush with the ground, but the total structure is going to be a 7x6x5. And so here we go now. So the front is right here, and we want to go to the furthest left corner that is closest to the front, and we're going to place a block there, skip 2 spaces, and then we're going to put 2 blocks there, and then make it a 2x2 block area. This first corner right here, we're going to stack 2, delete that bottom one, and then we're going to staircase, because it's scary, over to the right one. And then from this block, we want to go 1 over, all the way back, and then up 1, just like that. That same block, we want to go over 2. We're going to place 1 right there, in there, and then we're going to do the same thing as we did there, just like that. And then this block, we want to have 1 more in front of it. And then the back corner of this square, I mean, they're all squares, I know. We're going to staircase to the right 1, and then we're going to staircase to us 1, and then add another one, just like that. So that should be all of your layout except for 3 blocks. And we don't have those placed yet so that we can get our redstone components in here. Next, guys, we are going to start with our repeaters. This one's going to be right there at 4 ticks of delay. And then right here, going this way, we're going to have a 4 tick delay. And it's going to have a 3 tick delay across from it. And then a 1 tick delay. And then in between these two, we're going to have one down here with 1 tick of delay. And then this one is going to have 4 ticks of delay. So this is what it looks like. And remember, it's 6 repeaters altogether. Next, we are going to start with our redstone dust. We're going to put a piece there. We're going to put a piece in between these 2 repeaters. The back 2 here is going to have redstone dust. And then on this side, we're going to have all of this with redstone dust on top. And then one right here. And then the last bit, I don't know why I deleted it, but I just wanted to not confuse anybody. And then 3 pieces there. Now, as you can see, this joins together, and we do not want that. And this is where our last 3 blocks go. Right there, it separates that, but it still powers onto this repeater. And then we need to jump the power over to here. And then this block is actually going to have the observer power into it. Now, these blocks and that one and this one is all going to be inside your secret entrance. So you will want that to be a different material or whatever material you want your entrance to be. Alright, next we have our sticky pistons. We're going to start right here on the right side, just like that. And we're going to have 3 in a row. And then don't worry, this redstone dust actually will go up in there and power on. Go to the closest one to the front, and we're going to put 2 just like that. And then now we're going to go to the back one, the furthest one. We're going to put 2, and then this last one you just placed, we're going to put the last sticky piston on top of it. So there should be 8 right there. And then you can go ahead and put the block of choice or your material that you're going to use for your doorway or your secret entrance or whatever. So that should be squared away and good to go. We're going to go back into our chest. We don't need the redstone dust or the sticky pistons or the repeaters anymore because you guys should have probably already used those. Next, we want to go ahead and grab our torch or dirt or observer, comparator, and our copper bulb, and then we'll do our button last. We'll come back to that here in a minute. So we'll go ahead and do our copper bulb. We're going to place it right there. So it's going to be 2 blocks away from that corner block we just placed a moment ago. Then we're going to have a comparator off of it, just like that. And then we want our dirt block on top of our copper bulb. And then we want our observer to go into the dirt block, just like that. Next, I think that is it for that. So if we want to see it in action, then we need to place our redstone torches. So it is not the it of that. Sometimes I forget. I'm sorry, guys. So we want our redstone torches here. So it should have worked. It will push this out, and then it will push these out. And then don't worry, this has to stay like that so that when we power it on, it'll actually push that before it actually pushes away, which is really, really neat. And I will demonstrate that here because we have to put this torch here to allow us to go back out through the back. Just like that. Ain't that neat, guys? Ain't that neat? Then last, guys, I know I'm strange, and my wife is okay with it. So I'm okay with it. We're going to put a button here, and then that should allow us to go out through the back. Just like that, opens right up. And then we will demonstrate this dirt, which is really cool how all this works. Pushes it, and then it's going to go back. Just like that. We'll do it one more time. And then we'll actually use a garden hose. And now I was saying earlier, it usually does it twice, but it actually does it one time on this one. I could watch this all day, guys. So there's that. And then last, guys, you just have to fill in your holes like these right here. And so I will be right back after I fill everything in. This is the back side. And so when we push this button, It should let us out, just like that. And then it closes right behind us. And then we'll use a shovel. And then walk into it so that, you know, you have time to get out. And then there you go, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. And as my wife always says, hooty hooty chicken booty. And I will see you guys in the next one.